Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain you about the defining constants. See, there are two types of defining constant. One is by using preprocessor. That is, there are two types of defining constant. Number one is has defined. Number two is constant keyword. Constant keyword. So there are two types of constant defining constants. One is has defined, other one is constant keyword. I will explain one by one. As first about the defining constant, you see has defined pi equals to 3.1415. Here the value of pi is defining. Here the value of pi is pi. Here the value of pi is defining. You see again. I will define one more line, that is define new line. We know that the hash character, the character used for new line is /n. So here I am defining two lines. One is define pi equals to 3.1415 and another line is define new line /n. These two lines define two constants. These two lines define two constants. See, once you define it, you can use them. Once you define it, you can use them. This thing in your program anywhere. You know, in that cases, no need to add the value of pi equals to 3.1415. Just write the value. Just write the constant pi. When you use pi, automatically the value of pi will be defined in the program. You can use them in the code as constant. If you look at the program, given in a book, that is figure number 15.5. You see, I include stdio.h, define pi 3.1415, define new line /n, int main, float r for radius, area. Here you can find out the area. Here the value of r is given. Area. You see the area? Area in the formula of area. The formula is pi r square. So we can use pi for pi into r into r. See, here I am defining the pi. Here no need, and r equals to 0, r equals to say 5. Here the value of r is given, but in the program the value of pi is not given. But when you run the program, you see the value of pi is 3.1415 multiplied with r and r, you will get the area. Okay, so when the compiler encountering the defining directive, it replaces all occurrence of the identifier by its respective value. Here pi and new lines are replaced with the value. Here pi and the new lines are replaced with the value 3.1415 and /n respectively. The defined directive is not the system. You see, I am not giving here semicolon. So here semicolon are not needed. I told you in the earlier classes that to break the statement, to break the line, we have to use semicolon. But here I am not using the semicolon because defined directive is not a statement. It is not a C statement. The defined directive is not a C statement, but a directive for the preprocessor. Once you use the slash mark before any character that is defined, that is called the preprocessor directive. Therefore, it does not require a semicolon at the end. If you put a semicolon character at the end of the statement, it will become a part of the value and is appended to all occurrence with the body of the program for the preprocessor place before computation. Clear? Next, this is about the defining characters. Now let's go for the constant keyword. Okay. So once you define any character, anything in the programs, you have to just use the variables, no need to write the value, no need to define it in the program again and again. Next is about the constants keyboard. You see here, if you write here constant int height equals to say 100. Here the height is declared. Here height is 100 is integer, so I have to use int height equals to 100. Or you can write constant character. This is a type of data. Int character. These are the types of data. Tab equals to say t. If you go for escape sequence, you see there the value of tab is /t. Here the height and tab are two constant. They are like a variable, but the value cannot be. But here you cannot modify the value. Here the value of height is 100, which is given. You cannot modify it. Here the tab is /t, which you cannot modify. Constant means fixed, which you cannot modify it. Okay. Now we go for the variables. In the last classes I just told you about the different type of constants. Now let us go for the variables. What is variables? Variables are not fixed. Variables, see, constants are fixed, variables are not fixed. A variable is a data that refer to a number, location, and memory location where the data value may be stored. It allows us to perform more calculations. Again, here says variable names are names given to the location in memory. So when you are using variables, it fixes a location in the memory for the variables. Once you use the variables, it keeps a location in the memory to store the value whatever you want to give. In any language, the type of variables that is can support depend on the type of constant that is handled. Okay. And integer variables, similarly, there are different types of variable, integer variable, string variable. Integer variable can hold only same type of constant. Integer variable can hold only the integer constant, and real variable can hold the real constant, and character variable can hold the character constant. See, the different type of variable, one is called integer variable, integer variable, another one is called character string variable. String variable. In integer variable, we have to store integers. For example, a equals to int a comma b comma c. Character p comma q comma r. You see, here I am using two variables, int a comma b. When you going to enter the value of a and b, here you cannot enter any characters, because here the variable a, b, c is declared as an int, that means integer. You have to enter the number. Second line, character p, q, r. Here the p, q, r is declared as a character. So you cannot use integer. Here you can use only the characters from A to Z. So there are two types of variables: integer variables and string variables. This is string variables. Okay. Next we come for the rules for constructing variable name. Rules. What are the rules? What are the rules for constructing variable names? You have to note down the rules. Rules of rules of variables. The rules of variables, name number one is, just note it down, a variable name is any combination of 1 to 31 alphabet, 1 to 26 alphabet and 1 to 31. In under the 1 to 31, you have to use 26 alphabets, underscore and digit. You see 26 alphabets, 10 and 37. So in the variable name you can use alphabet, number and underscore. Okay. Number two, the first character in the variable name must be alphabet. The first character in the variable name must be an alphabet or underscore. So when you use variable name, any variable name, the first character must be an alphabet or underscore. Otherwise, you cannot use number as a first characters. Number three, no commas or blanks are allowed within the variable name. You cannot use any comma or blank in the variable name. You can't use the variable name as a Ram and then space comma. You can use Ram underscore comma as a variable name, but cannot use any blank space or comma in the variable name. Next is no special symbols other than underscore can be used. You can use there are many special symbols are there, but out of these all special symbols you can use only the underscores. You can other special symbols you cannot use as a variable name. Okay. So these rules are remain same for both primary and secondary, where both integer constant and character constants. Okay. So our next part is data types. So what are the different data types used in C program or C language? C, there are two types of data types. One is called primary data type, other one is called user defined data types. So in C there are some fundamental data types. There are some built-in fundamental data types. They are CHER, you can use for characters. The value of the character should be -1 to 8 to 127. This is the range of the characters. That means you cannot use more than 127 characters. Next is signed character. The range is. Then next is unsigned character. Here you can use 0 to 255 characters. So when you use CHER unsigned characters, the range of the character is 0 to 255. You cannot exceed more than 255 characters. You have to also learn the different size in bytes. Next is int, integer, signed integer, signed integer, short integer. You have to learn the different types of integers and different types of data types. Unsigned, signed, unsigned, signed, short integer, short int, then unsigned int. The range of unsigned int is 0 to 65,536. So 35. If you include 0, then it will become 36. Unsigned int, unsigned long int, unsigned short int, long int, signed long int, float, double and long double. Float. So here you have to learn. The main thing is one is characters, other one is int, and third one is float, and you can get double. So generally these four data types are used in C program. There are many data types, you can learn it given in a book, but generally we can use the four different data types in C language. Okay. Next, today I will show you one program, simple program of C. Okay. So how to find out the simple interest? How to find out the simple interest in C programs? The simple programs. Question is, write a program to find out simple interest. Okay, these are questions. The first line to use here has include stdio.h, which earlier classes that in C program the first line must be include directive, prepossessed directive has include stdio.h, and second is to use has include ponyo.h. So when you going to write any C program, you have to make a habit to make two prepossessed directives. That is, one is include stdio.h, which must be required, and second is optional, but you can have to use it in a program that is has include ponyo.h. Next is about your main. After that, curly bracket. So whatever in a program, you have to use one main in the program. Second, curly bracket. Whatever you write between the two curly bracket, only that part will be your body part, and that part will be only working. Okay. Next, I am using int. Int is data type. I am int given, comma p t. Then there is float r and s I. See, here in the programs you have to declare all the variables. What are different variables you use in the program? That variable must be declared in the programs. So here I am declaring p and t as a integer and r and si as a float. Here we need semicolon at the end of the statement. Okay. P means principal, T means time. Okay, use n. Float, I'm taking float, R radius, and rate, and SI is for simple interest. Okay. Now you see, you can make this program either in variables or either in constants. Either if you going to write a program in constants, I am just showing you the program in constant. I am giving here P equals to 1000, to say 2000, then time equals to 5, R equals to 4.5. See, in float you can use decimal place. You can use decimal, but in integer you cannot use decimal. I explained the last class that real means float. In real integer you can use decimals, but in integers you cannot use decimals. So here the R is declared as a float, so you can take as a point decimal here. Then just write the formula of simple interest, that is P into R into T by 100. So this is your declaration part. This is the constant where the values are given. This is the formula, and last we need the output part. So for the output, the command is printf. The command is printf percentage, I'm taking F, because here the SI is declared as a float. So these are the, if you use INT here, if the output become INT, then we take D, percentage D, percentage D for INT, percentage F for float, percentage then D and F is there on it. Yes. So you have to declare it in the output part, otherwise it will not work. So printf F, comma, I'm taking SI. You see in the program. So in each statement, you have to use semicolon to break the statement. Here, see, after that, then close the curly bracket. So this is the body of the part. So when you run the program, automatically the computer will give you the output of 2000 into 5 into 4.5 divided by 100. So you will get the output of SI. See, when you use SI, here the SI is declared as a float, so we will take as a percentage F. Here is P and T is declared as INT, so we take the value of P is 2000, no decimal point, T is 5, no decimal point. Here R is declared as a float, so R equals to 4.5. So what variable? See, I am using a 1 variable, 2 variable, 3 variable, 4 variables. So this 4 variable must be declared at the beginning of the program, otherwise if you not declaring any variable, then it is not identify the program and you will get the error message. Okay, so this is a simple program. So if you have compile in your computers, in your laptops, install it, try to do the program at home and try to find out the output. If any problem, you can ask me in your WhatsApp classes, in your groups, or you can come on the Google Meet. You're going to ask me your doubt and problem. Thank you.